Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns are gearing up for what WWE is labeling as one of the biggest WrestleMania main events of all time. So, we'll be taking a look at the history between Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar, some fun facts about the two of them, some similarities, some differences, and just get into a bit of everything regarding these two superstars. Number 10. How Paul Heyman and Brock Lesnar first met. The duo of Brock Lesnar and Paul Heyman first came onto the WWE scene in 2002 and has been around ever since, for 20 years now. Brock Lesnar recently appeared on The Michael Kay Show to tell the story of the first time he ever met and spoke with Paul Heyman. Brock had this to say during the interview, quote, "I got called up on the road from Ohio Valley Wrestling. I was a prospect in development down there, and they brought me up to live events, and I think Paul Heyman had something to do with the creative team. Paul had just seen me sitting, taking it all in the stands one day, and he came up and introduced himself, and we sat down and had a connection." End quote. And ever since then, Brock Lesnar and Paul Heyman have been close friends and partners both on-screen and off-screen. Number 9. Paul Heyman's deep connection with Roman Reigns' family. Roman Reigns isn't the first member of his family to be managed by Paul Heyman, like Heyman once alluded to on SmackDown when he was talking about where his loyalty stands. Heyman has been connected with Roman's family for over 40 years. Heyman was managing Roman's other family members way back in the early 1980s, and obviously knew Roman Reigns pretty much since he was first born. So everyone looks at Brock Lesnar and Paul Heyman as being this long-time iconic duo with the most history. But if you really dive deep into it, you'll see in reality, Roman Reigns has a case for having an even deeper connection and relationship with Paul Heyman. Number 8. Vince McMahon booked The Undertaker versus Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania 30 with the intention of Lesnar being fed to The Undertaker. Everyone knows that Brock Lesnar ended The Undertaker's undefeated streak at WrestleMania 30, but that wasn't initially the plan. Vince McMahon had every intention of The Undertaker improving his streak to 22 wins and 0 losses. But as the match got closer, things started to change. While speaking with Inside the Ropes, Paul Heyman talked about the private conversation he had with Brock Lesnar about the streak and had this to say, quote, "Brock was sitting there going, he's sighing. Who am I going to have to work with now? Okay, Vince, who am I working with at WrestleMania?" And Vince looks at Brock in the eyes and says, "The Undertaker." And of course, in Vince's eyes, it was, "You're going to be fed. You're going to be the 0 in 22 and 0. And I will never forget. Brock and I walked out the door and Brock had his own bus, and we get into the bus. Didn't say a word to each other, got to the bus, and I put down my phone and said, 'Well, what do you think? Taker, huh?' He said, 'He's going to take root under WrestleMania,' and it's the first time I ever heard the phrase. Brock sat there. He's just sitting, stirring, sitting at the table in the bus, and Brock looks up and he goes, 21-1. I'm the one." And I went, "How do we make that happen?" And Brock said, "That's what we're going to do. We are going to conquer that streak at WrestleMania." End quote. As everyone knows, Brock Lesnar did end up defeating The Undertaker at WrestleMania, putting an end to the streak after 22 years. Number 7. Don't forget about Roman Reigns versus The Undertaker. Brock Lesnar might have been the first WWE superstar to defeat Undertaker at WrestleMania, but he surely wasn't the last one to defeat him at Mania. 3 years after his loss to Brock Lesnar, The Undertaker picked up his second and last WrestleMania loss to Roman Reigns at WrestleMania 33. So that's another massive accomplishment that Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns both share. They are the only two men to ever defeat The Undertaker at WrestleMania throughout his entire 30-year-long career. Number 6. Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar both played football. Roman played football throughout his years in high school and even signed with CFL's Edmonton Eskimos. Roman played for the entire season that year and even managed to start 5 games. But after the year was done, he retired from football to become a pro wrestler, and the rest is history. Brock Lesnar, on the other hand, actually made it to an NFL roster for summer camp. Shortly after leaving WWE after WrestleMania 20, Brock was signed to the Minnesota Vikings. Brock last played football in high school, so it had been quite some time since he was last on the field, but Brock stuck around on the team that preseason. He was even highly featured in a few Viking preseason games, but unfortunately didn't make the final cut for the team. That was not a problem though, because Brock Lesnar would then focus on his MMA career after that, which of course led to him being UFC champion. Number 5. Roman Reigns has been in a match with every single former Universal Champion in history during this one single title reign. From summer 2020 to current day, Roman Reigns has been in matches with Braun Strowman, Bray Wyatt, Kevin Owens, Finn Balor, Goldberg, Seth Rollins, and Brock Lesnar. That list of superstars includes every former Universal Champion in WWE history. Now, Roman didn't exactly score pinfall victories on every single name on that list, but he was at least in a match with every former Universal Champion during this one single title reign. Number 4. Brock Lesnar was a bit nervous coming into this current feud with Roman Reigns. Brock recently revealed that he felt a bit of uncertainty coming into this feud with Roman Reigns because he knew he was going to be in it without Paul Heyman by his side. Brock and Heyman's character had a bit of conflict with each other in the early 2000s, but ever since they reunited after Brock's return, Brock and Heyman had never been separated. So Brock revealed that working against Paul Heyman does hurt and feel strange. But he also talked about how he's making the most out of the opportunity to showcase this new side of his character, which he described as just being himself. Number 3. Brock Lesnar's retirement. During his recent interviews, Brock also revealed that he considered himself retired following his match with Drew McIntyre at WrestleMania 36. But then, WWE approached him with the Roman Reigns storyline and New Deal, which he gladly agreed to. Number 2. Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar are absolutely no strangers to each other inside of the WWE ring. Brock and Roman have met one-on-one on 5 huge big occasions. They met at WrestleMania 31, WrestleMania 34, Greatest Royal Rumble, SummerSlam, Crown Jewel, and their 6th big meeting will of course be WrestleMania 38. Brock and Roman have also been in multiple triple threat and fatal 4-way matches with each other as well. So this is a feud that officially started at the main event of WrestleMania 31, and now, 7 years later, they're set to main event WrestleMania once again for the 3rd time. Number 1. History Maker. Whoever wins the main event of WrestleMania 38 will make history as the first ever WWE superstar to unify the WWE Championship and WWE Universal Championship. Sure, we've seen world titles be unified in years past, most recently in 2014, but no one has ever unified these specific WWE world titles. So, regardless of who wins this match, they're going to be making a lot of history and holding up 2 WWE world titles in the closing moments of a WrestleMania main event. It doesn't get much bigger than that in WWE. A big career-defining moment is coming up for either Brock Lesnar or Roman Reigns. Who's your pick to win it all at WrestleMania 38, Roman Reigns or Brock Lesnar? Let us know what you're thinking below. Don't forget to subscribe with all notifications on and drop a like below if you enjoyed. Thanks for watching, guys.